Short Story Reading, Chapter 7, Murmurs of the Dead, by former President Itsumi Shiraishi, substitute reader Sayuri Sumikama. Oh, I forgot. This account is actually, this script was written by Itsumi, actually, the victim. Sayuri is actually only the reader, the substitute reader. Alright. Oh shit, we're on machine. What? Alright. Would life have any meaning if you weren't the lead? No matter how good the story is, or how rich the ending might be, none of it would be any good if it wasn't made for you. And if you're going to be the star, it should be when you're shining your brightest, such as, for example, in your third year of high school, when you're young and spry and bursting with life. If you want to be the lead, you're going to need a supporting cast, but they better not be too clever. The most famous sidekicks bring out the appeal of the star. They stay by her side and don't outshine her. Sidekicks are who determine the quality of the story. Sidekicks are only as good as their lead. The better the sidekick, the more glorious the star. But the nasty part of having a sidekick is that they're always trying to steal the throne. One wrong move and they've taken their place. My voice is so dead, hold up. Alright. Back. Alright. So you need to plan ahead to retain your throne. You must always be superior to your supporting cast. So what do? You seize their secrets. If it's true that others' misfortunes are as sweet as honey, then I'd say their secrets are the ultimate spice. Spices that fill the secret bearer's life with the richest of aromas and the most unexpected of tastes. Who are you? Is it little brother? This is why I look like IRL Ballet, not gonna lie. No, I'm kidding. I wish. The lovelier the person on the outside, the more grotesque the secrets they hide. What a joy is it to sniff them out. Seize their secrets, steal their place, burn, hunt them down. To hold someone's secrets is to take hold of their soul. There's nothing in this world more enjoyable. When you seize someone else's secrets, your story is born. Yes, for example, the stage is St. Mary's Academy for Girls, the setting is a leisure club, and the star is me. Why me or smack me, oi? I do be that fabulous. The morning sunlight from the valley illuminates the world outside the window as the lavender sky fades into a transparent orange. I lie in bed as I watch the colors change and start to drift back to sleep. It's me. You awake? He whispers in my ear. His arms wrap around me from behind as they did the night before. Yeah, I don't want to move just yet, I reply. He kisses my shoulder and buries his face in my hair. This gentle moment, this breathtaking morning in Eastern Europe, we relish in the warmth of each other's skin, cherishing every moment we have together. We are held in a cocoon. We know that his tender moment will end. Yes, Asia. When do the Meg? Sorry, what the heck, Akioi? We will be torn apart once we return to Japan. A forbidden relationship between a student and a missionary school professor. I know everything about him, yet I have to call him teacher and keep my distance from him. It's incredibly frustrating. It's agonizing to have the one I love stand before me, but be unable to feel his touch or hear him say he loves me. Now that I know this pain, all of my classmates seem so childish in comparison. Get back to the chart. Get out here, nasty. Oh, Daisy kicked you. Get wrecked, Itra. Don't worry, Daisy. Itra deserves it. Shinji, I say. His name is so precious. Yes? We like some coffee? Sure. Oh, wow, I hope my reading voice is fine. I'm reading way more softly actually. I have a really bad canker sore on the tip of my tongue. So I'm reading a lot more softly and slower. So that's fine. And I'm much more relaxed because I've been very tired lately, so. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know why. I've been to the doctor like 5 to 10 times already regarding my sores on my tongue. They apparently they don't know anything about canker sores. It's still something that's still being researched. They just asked me, have you been feeling stressed? Are you like emotionally stressed or anxious? And I'm like, no. I don't think I am at least. So I don't know why. I don't know why. What? You stop that, Nancy. Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I don't really stress about things. If it is, then I wouldn't know. I don't know. I'm pretty sure I've been stressed before, and I don't feel stressed at all in the past year. Okay, you might be right. Wait, am I so sensitive that me feeling genuine fear in Omori or getting jump scared makes me flare up? It makes my tongue flare up and have canker sores? There's no shot. I'll be honest, I am actually genuinely, like when I scream, I'm genuinely scared. I'm super scared of creepy stuff. Wait, you might be right actually. Wait, you're right. Because it has been hurting. Like, I get them a lot, but usually not that bad. This one's really bad. Alright, sorry Mofu, I have a doctor's note. I won't be playing Omori anymore. Get wrecked. No, I'm kidding. It's just 1 or 2 more streams. It's not that bad. I'm used to it. But yeah, I hope the reading is fine though. We'll throw it out way. Now I feel bad. Wait, no Mofu. I don't think it's you at all. I mean, to be fair, I have been more tired. Maybe I am stressed about finals. You know, I shouldn't be. It's not your fault, Mofu. Wait, no Mofu, please. Don't kick me out. And oh my gosh, Itra and Days are fighting big time. But yeah, I'll be reading pretty slowly and softer this stream. Might be a long stream. Iggy, oh, I'm slapping you. And also, this story's kind of sus, by the way. He gently releases me from his arm and crawls out of the bed. He grinds the coffee beans and prepares the hot water as I doze, gazing at the glorious scenery out the window. I wish we could be like this forever, I think. After spring vacation ended and we returned to Japan, a new school year began. We returned to our monotonous lives as professor and student. I was in my 3rd year. This was finally the last year of my high school career. I idly stared out the classroom window. The academy campus has nothing on the gorgeous view in Eastern Europe. This was one of the days I didn't have his class. Unless we were lucky enough to pass each other in the hallway by chance, we wouldn't be able to meet. Though I used to make excuses to visit him in the faculty room, we paid too much attention to each other and it felt like everyone could sense our body temperatures rising. Now, I could only go there when it is absolutely necessary. What happened to your tongue? There's a sore. A canker sore. I get them very often. Like not just tongue, like just on the on the inside of the lip too. There's never on the outside. Like throughout streaming, like usually not that bad, but me like once every other month, I would like mention to stream saying, I have a really bad slur by the way, so I might slur some words. And that's happening to me right now. So my voice, I might say stuff very strangely, like the TH sound. When you say a TH sound, you have the teeth on your tongue. That's gonna hurt. That kind of hurts my sore. So I kind of have to say those words a bit carefully, like la. And I need to say it a bit slower so I avoid the sore. Outside the lip will be a pimple? I think if it's on the lip, it still counts as a canker sore. I believe. This is teasy, isn't it? Wait, are you talking about Daisy? No, it's Ishira's sister. They were the ones who did such amazing art for us. For me and Mofu. Okay, awesome. Like awesome for Mofu. For me, maybe it was a bit more Giga Chad. But oh my gosh, there are. I remember honestly when I said sorry, I was busy simping when I was playing arenas like the other day. Yeah, I was looking at their art. Mofu getting slapped. Oh my gosh, Ichiro, holy. Hello, hello Hikage. It is my hand. What this sibling fight I'm seeing in my chat. I every Thursday I do a reading stream, Hikage. This is probably like my 20th, 15th stream, hand stream. It's been a lot of times already. So smooth and shiny. Yeah, I just stay home all day. I don't get exposed to the sun. I don't work out. So I don't really have any calluses or anything. I have one here, but that's because of holding the pencil. My middle finger. It's kind of hard to see though. Not focusing. But yeah, I have like a bump here. Alright, I'm gonna continue reading. However, I would see him after school. My heart leapt at that thought. In the salon after hours, the real reason I reopened the literature club was to spend more time with him. And to me, how was Bulgaria? Someone asked, interrupting my sweet memories. It was Sayuri, my childhood best friend and vice president for the club. Even though the literature club has been around almost since the founding of our 60-year-old academy, it had been closed for a few years before I entered high school. In this small academy with only 120 students per grade, the most popular clubs are the modern and theatrical ones like English conversation, drama, and music. I just read Mofu's message and okay. Let me just calm down, hold in my anger, and after this paragraph I'll respond to it. Arthur's fist right now. In my mind, it's the Arthur's fist meme. Reading, writing, and other simple activities that you can perform on your own no longer appeal to the female students of today. The former club advisor, Mr. Hojo, couldn't hide a bitter smile when he told me that all the members had quit, one by one, until no one was left. Mofu, I'm slapping you. Alright. When he was younger, Mr. Hojo was a bookworm who aspired to be an author. Yo, I can't wait for Mofu to get jump scared no more. I'm just not gonna watch. I'm just gonna mute the sound, hide the video, and just turn the audio on just for Mofu's voice. He taught my first high school literature course at the academy. The moment I met this professor, still in his mid-20s, I fell instantly in love. His soft hair, his angorous eyes, he was a cynic who seemed to read novels only to cement the ugliness of reality. But his smile was friendly and inviting, and could win anyone over. I steadily became more and more smitten with him. Wait, was it Mr. Hojo he liked? I thought it was a different name. Or did he not even name him? It was just a professor. Oh, Shinji, right. They mentioned Shinji. Oh, it might be Shinji Hojo. Okay, dude. That was the first name, I don't know. Mofu? I think I'm gonna need to ban you. If you have tried to watch anime, lower your voice? Okay, let me ban you. I'll mod you now saying ban you so you don't have to listen to me. Like, Mofu, you're absolutely down bad, excuse me? Holy moly. Alright. I researched everything about him. How his hometown is in a cold area of Japan, that he has an older sister and a younger brother that he loves, Kafka. Then he listens to Schubert in his spare time and that he used to be advisor of the literature club. Although I restarted the club so I could get closer to him. Since the club needs at least 2 members for the school to approve, I asked Sayuri to join as well. Although our numbers have grown, at first it was just me and Sayuri. Right after we opened the club, Mr. Hojo created assignments just for the 2 of us, making us write essays, poems, and short stories, and gave fervent discourses on literature. Yo Daisy, don't let Itra bully you. Itra is evil. I know Itra. Itra, evil, a bully. Daisy, fight back. You got this, Daisy. I believe in you. I wrote poems about passionate love and read them to him, and chose sensual novels like Margaret Duras, The Lover, for our discussion. He gradually noticed my affection for him, and finally, I was tied to Mr. Hojo not as a student, but as a woman. It was so weird. It was wonderful, the absolute best, I answered Sayuri. Did you have a good time with the professor? She asked. Of course, Sayuri knew all about me and Mr. Hojo. All the feet? What the heck? It's actually getting pretty hot lately. I'm actually not wearing socks right now, so you see this table? My feet are directly under the book, directly under the table, and I'm not wearing socks, so it's there. Remove the table. Oh wait, I'm not showing it though. What the heck? Don't worry, Daisy. Sims, it's not that important. Just get on your phone. Yeah, glass table next stream. I am not getting a glass table. Yes, I sometimes snuck out on my homestay and got to stay with him at his hotel. Yo, I'll be honest, at this rate, it's gonna take us 4 hours total to read this book. That's great. At this school, you can basically choose to study abroad anywhere. The academy will arrange your homestay in whichever country you want to go. Popular picks include America, England, Australia, France, Germany, Korea, and China. But I chose Bulgaria, which no one had ever chosen before. I knew that Mr. Hojo came with me as an escort. We could spend some alone time together. To apply, I had to submit a short essay on why I chose Bulgaria. I knew nothing about the country. This was when Sayuri came up with an idea. Ivan Vazov is one of the greatest writers in Bulgarian history, she suggested. Why don't you say that you're interested in him? I want to see where his works were born. Never long as we might not think if it's simple or not. Wait. I don't know why my... Ow. What the heck? I hate you both. I hit my head on my computer table because I was trying to peek down to look at my feet to see if they were simpable. Ow. What the heck? I didn't hit it that hard though. Okay. I'm actually a dingus, holy heck. My feet looks pretty normal. I mean, I don't look like anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, ignore what happened. Alright. Alright. It was Sayuri who helped me with the entire process. From researching Vazov's famous works to editing my application essay, thanks to her help, I was accepted into the program and could travel with Mr. Hojo. I could enjoy my spring vacation with him without having to check if anyone was watching. However, the next year, she'll unexpectedly join us, and we didn't get nearly as much alone time. Whenever I stood at the crossroads, Sayuri always gave me the right advice. Even though we're the same age, she is discreet and thinks like an adult. No matter what is happening around her, Sayuri was a great advisor because she was my total opposite. She supported me when I fell in love with Mr. Hojo and wanted to revive the literature club, and she created alibis for me when I went to go see him. Without Sayuri, our love could have never came to be. Imagine, feet of yours over 4-speed clubs. Both of us can't get your feet away from me. Come on, Mofu, my feet are amazing. That sounds really weird. Okay, guys, do that. I'm gonna just. If I smell like cheese, I smell my own feet. Drop feet being down bad. Oh no 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 no. Reacher has too much power. Daisy, don't do it, Daisy. Daisy, please, you have too much power. Do not let Ichira abuse you like that. Yo, wait. But Daisy, how about this? How about you draw Mofu as a as a Shota for me? Draw Mofu as like a little kid. Thanks. Yeah, as a little kid. Thanks, Daisy. I appreciate it a lot. I'll pay you in chips. I'll pay you in Pringles. Wait, Ichira, chill. Don't draw me as a shoulder, please. I'm already a shoulder. What was I doing? Oh, here. Isn't there a council today? Sayuri inquired. Council was our code for my rendezvous? Is it right? Rendezvous with Mr. Hojo, which fell every week on Wednesdays when he didn't have any faculty meetings. Let's go, Daisy. I got mad Pringles. Hold up. It's right under my drawer. Oh, but Daisy, I do refrain from using that language. I don't mind if anyone else uses it, but Daisy, I'm aware you're Ichira's little sister, so you're pretty young, right? Use the word like freak or heck. Be careful of using that kind of language. No, it's okay, Daisy. It's okay. I just don't want to corrupt you, okay? Remove the taste and see a fade. You stop that. Remove 2 hours? What the heck, Ichiro? Alright, where were we? Yo, I'm not getting 40 pages done today. I think I got like 5 pages done so far in an hour. Holy heck. Yes, we do have a council. I guess I'll see you later, Sayuri, I told her. An activity report we gave to the school. Our Wednesday councils were for library organizational purposes. Sayuri was also in charge of writing and submitting these weekly reports. None of the other members knew of these councils, of course. They were convinced that the salon was only closed on Wednesdays for the reason we said. I always felt Wednesdays was so far away. We could meet eyes only when I was in his class, 3 times a week, and the only time we could spend together was on Wednesdays for a few hours after school. The place where we spent time together, it had to be romantic, clean, luxurious, perfect. This is why I had my father build the salon for me immediately after I revived the club 2 years ago. It has my favorite antique furniture, curtains, and matching carpets in the color of my choice. Soundproof walls to keep our secrets, a complete kitchen for an all-out afternoon tea, an extensive library of rare books that reflect my professor's taste. Wait, Daisy. Oh no, don't do this. Don't do this to me, Daisy. Shota Mofu. Shota Mofu. We talked in the salon until we were tired of speaking. We cherished each other and I can't believe I'm saying this. And made love with insatiable passion. The literature club was merely camouflage for our affair. I had no plans to invite any other members besides Sayuri. I wanted the salon to be a space where the professors and I could nurture our love without any intruders. But it wasn't enough. Something was missing. I don't know, Itra. You sound real underhanded right now. The salon was my castle. It was a space with everything I could want, built just for me. And yet, it wasn't enough. What else could I want? Every time I closed the salon door behind me after a council with the professor, that was all I could think about. As we nurtured our love, the seasons changed and I became a second-year student. It was a dazzling spring. Oh no. Daisy, no. Daisy's gonna draw me and Mofu as a kid together. I leaned over the balustrade on a terrace and I leaned over the balustrade on the terrace and stared down the courtyard. After the salon, the terrace was my second favorite place at the academy. From there, I could see all kinds of girls. Girls reading on the lawn, girls eating their lunches, girls lying on the grass and chatting, girls playing badminton. They had such lovely faces. Bodies bursting with vivacity and glittering with youth. We are beautiful. Everything about high school girls is beautiful. This sounds so weird. Our long, straight hair, our supple skin, our sparkling eyes, our soft lips, our dainty shoulders, our voices as sweet as a gentle breeze, our nearly ripe bodies on a cusp of maturity. Holy heck, that is a weird paragraph. What the heck, Nancy? But I got you. I am fully aware, however, that I am lovelier than the others by far. And because my father is the chairman, this academy, students and teachers acknowledge my superiority at once. We only have the privilege to be high school girls for 3 short years, a magical time protected by our campus and our uniforms once we graduate. Our existence is no longer particularly special once we leave the sanctuary of a girls' high school. The magic instantly vanishes. My first year flew by in the blink of an eye. With only 2 years left, a small sense of impatience foamed at the bottom of my heart. At least while I am here, I want to be the lead. If I can't be the star, then no one else can. I have to shine more brightly than everyone else. Then it dawned on me. I realized what was missing from the salon. The supporting characters I need to glorify my story. Sidekicks. I had no choice. I had to choose them wisely. The real thrill of being the main character comes from taking people beautiful and intelligent enough to lead a story on their own, but forcing them into the role of a sidekick. So I couldn't pick just anyone. Who would be a good sidekick for me? I wanted a tough, intelligent, and attractive girl, and suddenly the face of an underclassman popped into my mind. Shio Takaoka. After winning a prize for a light novel in junior high, she not only gained a lot of attention from our school, but also from the whole country. She was not only skilled, but also meticulous and chillingly alluring. When the press came to campus, the principal and nuns currently turned them away. But take just one step outside academy gates, and you would see them. A mob of paparazzi lying in wait, cameras and microphones at the ready. I decided to move in on Shio Takaoka. Seize people's secrets, and you will command their actions. Since I was young, This was what my father had lived by. He uses this technique in both his private life and career, and it is why his businesses are so successful. I wanted to know Shio's secret. And by sheer coincidence, my wish came true. At first, though, I studied her. Shio didn't seem to have any notable problems in school or at home. At the time, she had just announced the next installment of the Kimikageso series and was becoming enormously popular. So I guess Shio doesn't have anything to hide, I thought to myself, about to give up. At the same time, I was also in contact with a pen pal from our sister school in France. Our academy lets us communicate with students at our sister school across the globe. My pen pal asked if I'd read anything interesting lately, so I told her about Kimikageso and sent her a copy. She then told me that a very similar story had been published many years ago, and proceeded to translate it into English and send it to me. When I read it, I was shocked. The content of the two texts wasn't just similar, it was identical. Oh shoot. She called her plagiarizing. What the heck? Bruh, so the times? Wait, that means the times when people egged her on? When Itsumi egged her on to release it as a movie? Or have it released in English or in other languages too? And she would refute it because it would lose its original meaning? Was BS. It was because it was actually just a verbal threat. Because then it would be too obvious that it was plagiarized because it would be translated into English or French. What the? Wow. Well, that's interesting. Dang. Of course, she'll mention that in her account because there's no way that she would have known that freaking the dead Itsumi would have a letter written talking about this. Hey, Shio. One day after school, I approached her as she was packing up her things. There was no one else in the classroom. The rays of the setting sun spilled in through the window, casting shadows of the desk and our two figures on the linoleum floor. Shio was surprised. It was the first time I ever spoken to her. Hey, do you know this novel? I held up a printout of a book review from a regional French paper. In the light from the sunset, her face suddenly paled. That's, Shio stammered, her voice hoarse. I was surprised how similar it was to your book. You probably figured you wouldn't get caught if you just kept it from being translated. I never thought I'd win the prize. When I lived in France, I heard someone describing the story. I never even read it. That when I was writing my piece for a contest, I remembered it was, and then before I knew it, since everyone made such a fuss, and I won, how could I say anything? I'll tell you true. But I don't think they'd forgive plagiarism, do you? Please don't tell anyone, I beg you. Shio trembled. I'll do anything, she begged, tormented with fear. Her gaze was desperate. I was consumed with the pleasure of knowing that I now controlled her fate. Holy heck. I think everyone was just simping for Itsumi in the accounts was so that they would look good and basically relieve themselves of blame or guilt, I guess. I don't know. So you know when Daisy goes silent in chat, she's drawing. Alright, Daisy. Right after you just say that, you can't just say wildly and expect me to think that you're not drawing. Wait. Yo, if you're gonna draw me and Mofu, draw us together. Like Gaku and Babysitter, but I'm bullying Mofu. Alright, Daisy. I'll believe you. Money alone will never get you that power. Devotion, faith, total subordination. As long as I knew her secret, I could take anything from her that I wanted. Alright, this is a secret between me and you, I told her. Shio looked up at me with surprise. Her eyes were rimmed red with tears. Another surge of pleasure ran down my spine. Itsumi is so down bad. I'm the president of the Literature Club. Would you like to join? Uh-huh. She looked perplexed. Yes, yes, of course, I'd love to, but why? I want you to stay by my side. How does that sound? Ichiro, chill. Well, that's exactly what I was like. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Dang. Daisy draws insanely quick. And with her fingers? Holy moly. Daisy, no. Don't worry, I guess in chat here, I'll protect you from Ichiro, okay? Shio nodded frantically. She must have thought it was a small price to pay if it would cover up her plagiarism. She must have had no idea how uncomfortable and miserable being a sidekick would be. She had no clue how much it would wear down her soul. This brainy schoolgirl had become my puppet. She would stay near me, laughing and crying as I told her to. From that point on, she would speak the lines I wanted to utter and follow the stage directions I provided. I'd obtained my first sidekick. After Shio became a member in the second year of its revival, club activities went into full swing. The academy, Mr. Hojo, and my father, who was the sponsor of the literature club, were all satisfied by Shio's addition to the club and by the fact that our activities were really picking up. I also began to realize how interesting literature was. Oh no, Ichiro. I spent the days I couldn't see the professor reading and experiencing the worlds of his favorite books. I thought of him as I wrote poems and stories. Sayuri and Shio critiqued my work, which turned out to be meaningful, even enjoyable, in its own way. But I derived my most intimate joy from knowing that Shio, the girl who had captured everyone's attention, was fearfully inquiring about my health, rejecting all television appearances and magazine interviews, waiting on me in a salon and doing every little thing she could to serve me to the fullest. This was completely different from the relationship between my father and his maids. In the unique environment of an all-girls school, in the castle I built myself, I had a servant who lived only for me. The sidekick added a splendid dimension to my story. It was only natural that I want a second one. Akane Kominami, the Baker Railway. From when she'd been in junior high, she's already stood out for her antique doll-like cuteness. Her eyes were like big balls of transparent glass. She had soft, curly hair. Her cheeks were slightly red, as if always flush. Her hobby was baking. Girls sucked up to her in hopes that they'd receive one of her delectable chocolates on Valentine's Day. But behind her fairy tale-like charm was an ambitious twinkle in her eye that I liked very much. Akane is the eldest daughter of the cook at Kominami, the restaurant where her happy family gathered around the dinner table and where her father often hosted business events. You would never think that this girl, who looked like she had popped out of a foreign fairy tale, grew up surrounded by the smell of fish broth and soy sauce. But his disparity only made me want her even more. Oh, how wonderful it would be to control a sweet beauty like her. Besides, for a story with a female as its main character, you had to have sweets. I wanted to know her secret. The cuter they were, the uglier I hoped it would be. Oh my god. So I began to investigate her. There were times when I even followed her home. Her family's residence? Wait. No shot. Do you think it was Itsumi the one who burned down her bakery? To get her to... Okay, I'll just read. Her family's residence, behind Kominami, had an elegant charm, yet for some reason, she always shot the restaurant an annoyed glance before signing and entering her home. Dark or true. Then one night, usually Akane went straight home from school, but on this particular night, she dawdled around a 100-yen shop and cafe for a curiously long time, and then sat on a bench in a nearby park late into the night. While I watched her from a distance, I thought how peculiar her behavior was. While she sat on a bench, I saw a dim light grow in her hand, a lighter. Her gaze was fixed on a lighter that she flicked on and off in her hand. Wait, no way. She burned her own bakery down? Okay. Well, I don't know why she would, but I guess it would be... Okay. Well, we'll know why. I don't know how many times she did it. Then she suddenly stood, and as if she had made a decision, briskly headed towards the restaurant. Akane wasn't going home. She entered Kominami, which had already closed for the night. Before long, the formerly pitch-black window started glowing red. The light slowly grew brighter and spread throughout the restaurant. That was when Akane flew out of Kominami, pursued by the flames. The left arm of her blazer had caught fire. She panicked and smacked her blazer sleeve until the fire was out, and then ran into the darkness until she disappeared completely. The flames from the wooden building, which had been built in the Taisho period, dyed the sky red until the early hours of the morning. She burned her own bakery down, oh my god. But why? The next day, the morning newspaper reported 100-year-old Kominami restaurant burned down. The fire burst from the two-story wooden building that housed the traditional restaurant Kominami. At about 11 p.m. last night, all 3,200 square feet of the restaurant were burnt to the ground. The fire department is investigating suspicions of arson. It has become clear that the restaurant kitchen was not the source of the fire, and no one had been in the restaurant at the time of the fire. There were no injuries. The home attached to the restaurant, as well as the other surrounding buildings, were not damaged. Mr. Tatsuo Kominami, manager of the establishment, Miss Kominami, and their son were home at the time of the fire and escaped without incident. Their daughter, 16, was not at the Kominami restaurant at the time and is reported safe. We apologize for all of the trouble this has caused, was Mr. Tatsuo Kominami's comment. Our restaurant will be closed for the time being. Our longtime patrons in the neighborhood are saddened over the loss of our precious building and the opportunity to eat Kominami's food. Everyone at school heard about the incident and gave Akane their sympathy. Thank you all for worrying about me, Akane replied to them. Her face was pale and drawn. She was a perfect picture of a pitiful victim. But at school, she wore a cardigan instead of a blazer that had been burnt in the fire, and I knew. Only I knew the truth. I called her at lunchtime. It's really too bad about Kominami, I told her sympathetically. Yeah, she answered. I was lucky I wasn't home at the time. That had already burnt to the ground when I got home. I'm shocked and sad. Right. You said that you weren't home at the time. I'm glad you're okay. I am too, Akane replied, her brow furrowed sadly. But I'm not convinced. I grabbed Akane's left arm and pulled up her sleeve. She squirmed with pain. A white bandage was wrapped around her arm. What a pity. That burn really did leave a mark, I'd observed. Akane reeled back in horror and swatted my hand away. She pulled the edge of her sleeve back down to her hand. How? I saw everything, starting from when you were in the park last night. Akane's eyes opened wide. You saw everything? Indeed. Every last second of it. Are you serious? Akane asked, her entire body quivering. What the heck is this? Why did you do it? I inquired. I couldn't take any more. Weeping, Akane told me what had happened. Her father had abandoned the plans to let Akane manage her own Western-style restaurant. Oh, and decided to build a second Japanese-style Kominami instead. Moreover, he was going to give the new restaurant to Akane's brother. Okay, in Akane's account, they mentioned that the father would give the brother the original Japanese-style restaurant, the first one, the one she burned down, and a Western-style restaurant was what Akane would get. But because somehow someone committed arson on the original restaurant, the Western-style restaurant was just used for the family. So Akane couldn't do it anymore because someone did arson. But apparently in Itsumi's account, the idea of her getting the position, managing the Western-style restaurant wasn't even an idea. It wasn't even going to happen in the first place, apparently. So that's her motive. Because she hates her family. Hates her dad. It was always just my brother. I wasn't even allowed to cook. My father wouldn't even let me in the kitchen. That's why I fought to have my own restaurant. I thought I'd finally gain their approval, but then my brother stole that too. I was so frustrated. That restaurant was my life, so I wanted to take away everything they had. Her tears weakly trickled down her cheek, but she spat her words out vehemently. I realized this was a girl with no regrets, convinced that she'd done the right thing. I started to like her even more. Yes, we've been through a lot. I comforted her. I know it was stupid. It's only a matter of time until they realize it was me. My father didn't give the key to any of his workers, which means only a family can enter the kitchen. And I was the only one in my family who wasn't home at the time. And then I have this burn. Akane, don't cry. I gently comforted her. I know how you feel. What? You wanted your dreams to come true. You would do whatever it takes to make them real. Akane, listen. I'll back up your alibi. Akane looked up at me in disbelief. I'll say we were in the salon until late at night. I continued. And that I had Mr. Muro. Oh, that's the name of my chauffeur. Drive us home because it was too dark outside. It's me. Do you like any author in particular? I don't really read books. I mean, you read a little, don't you? I read some stuff by Osamu Dazai in my textbook. That's fine. We'll say that we were in the salon talking about Dazai until about 10 at night, I suggested. Akane and I hashed out the details of our lullaby. We decided that we were talking about Kane's report on Kazuko's character in The Setting Sun. The police questioned me and Mr. Muto about Kane's whereabouts that night, but our testimonies cleared her name. That was how Akane Koinami found you the palm of my hand. I was right on the mark, as I thought. Every one of Akane's desserts were exquisite, with delicate decorations that would tickle my girl. Tickle any girl, I meant. She hurried about the kitchen, whipping cream and adorning her cookies with stars and hearts. It was like playing with a real-life doll. It would have been a disservice not to give her a full-on country-style kitchen to match her persona. Akane really seemed to like her brand new sparkling silver kitchen. Oh, okay. Actually, I think I need to take a break here. My voice is dying. I'm gonna get some water, finish my milk, and I'll be back in a bit. I'm gonna get pushed in. Alright, I'll be back. BRB. What the heck am I looking at my chat? Oi! I'm slapping my butt. My butt hurts. Oh, okay, the book? It's insane, what the heck? Yo, I think for an international student, I think it's we probably saw her push her sister down and made her crippled. For the Sono Komeko student, I don't know. I don't know what kind of dirt Itsumi has on her though. She killed her father? I don't think so. I don't know. Or she actually had an affair with her dad. And who was the other last person? Oh, we did Shio, Akane, oh, Mire. Maybe she actually stole, or maybe she was in love with her little brother, I don't know. Big whack. Oh shoot, Miles, Tails, Power. Oh, one, thank you for a follow, which was 18 minutes ago. I'm sorry, I don't have alerts on, so I wasn't able to. Thank you earlier. Whoever's still here, thank you, and just here to chill. Are you streaming soon, Mofu? Shoot, I don't know if I can stay up to watch your stream. I'm so tired. I really want to though. I want to draw. I want to draw as I watch you draw, but if I can, I'll see how I'm feeling after writing it. And we'll see who's thinking. No, I'm watching, and I want to redeem a sing redeem. I want to make you sing. No, I'm kidding. I probably won't. Oh, I love it. Moving my butt. Thanks, Fade. Oh shoot, Fade's actually gonna do it now. Oh no, I was just kidding. Oh shoot. I did nothing. I said nothing. I heard nothing. I'm going to sleep. I take no responsibility. Mofu, you said my name 3 times. I am not. No. I'm not. Mofu, no, don't talk to me. That's something bad. But if you actually do have a question, feel free to ask. Oh, more related? Alright. Shoot it. Dang, my throat is so dead. Okay, I think I cleared it with the water. Come on, Wolfo. Give it to me. And now I'll start reading again. Oh, never mind. Yeah, Wolfo, yeah, you're good. Yeah, you can go. Yeah, I'm gonna. Yeah, after we do the thing and we're gonna go fight the final boss, Wolfo. I was gonna tell you to get those. Yeah. But wow, we actually went back there. There could be a jump scare, Wolfo. What the heck? Nah, I'm kidding. You got a jump scare? No, Wolfo, tell me what jump scare you got. No, please. No, please, Wolfo, tell me. I'm scared. Oh my god. Shoot. Wait, was that Basil's house? There's a jump scare at Basil's house? I didn't know that. No? Oh no, please, Wolf, please don't do this to me. Please, Wolf, please tell me. I'm so scared. I'm sorry, Mofu. If you don't tell me now, my canker sore, my sore is gonna flare up. It's gonna get worse tomorrow, Mofu, so it's better for you to tell me now. I'm kidding. Alright, fine, show me tomorrow. I hate you, Mofu. Could it be? What jump scare did we miss? Again, I don't know all the jump scares, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's a mirror jump scare, but that's like random, I think. I don't know any other jump scares. Are there any other ones? I think so. Nah, I'm trying to think right now. Mofu, you're scaring me so much right now. Holy heck. The visual jump scare too. It might be auditory. I hate you, Mofu. What could it be? Or was it scary for you, Mofu? Or was it just pretty funny? You don't know what it was, but it was a jump scare? What the heck? Hopefully I'm smacking you. Hey, most jump scares are just one time, right? It is a repeatable jump scare? No way. Unless you actually restart your save just to torment me next stream. I swear to God. Oh my God, Mofu, I'm smacking you. Oh, like in a good route, or like you're actually have a save and you're gonna do it next stream? Now you're making me scared. I mean, I'll probably know it. Maybe I will know once you go to the area, but shoot, what could it be? Next stream, shoot. What jump scare is it? I don't know. Oh, I don't know it? Oh my gosh. I hate you, Mofu. Alright, well, maybe just show me. Next stream. Alright, let's read. Oh yeah, I was just holding Pusheen right in front of my face. Like, right in front of my face and eyes. And just as I watch Mofu play. Cause I don't know, that's how I cope. Want a hint? I feel bad. No, it's okay. I just won't think about it. And you're gonna show me tomorrow. I'll just try my best not to think about it. I don't, and stop calling Kinky Sword, oi. I don't know if that's a reason for my Kinky Sword. I've had them like all my life, like ever since I was a kid. So I doubt it's because of. I doubt. Like, I mean, I don't know if it is because of Omori, but I don't think it is. Is it? Because if it gets really bad, it's because of the area it developed in, and it's just bad RNG. Is what I've always thought. I don't know. And maybe another way to, and honestly, I think the best way to cure it is to actually work out. And I'm so underweight. I didn't expect. Oh, canker sore. Oh shoot! I totally forgot about the cream. You were right, Fade. I forgot about that cream thing. I didn't even look for it. I totally forgot about it. Like 1 hour after you told me, Fade, I forgot. Alright, Fade. So, DM me it again, and I'll pin it. Yeah, I'm actually underweight. Wait, no. I'm either underweight or barely normal weight. But I'm pretty sure I'm underweight. Think I remember? No, Fade. Oh, Olivia, that's so cute. Yeah, I'm actually underweight. And also, I was pretty close to anorexic like a few years ago. I was down bad a few years ago. A few years ago, was like 5 years ago, I think. I was super down bad because I kept skipping breakfast, and I just, I was down bad. I weighed 107. No, I weighed 103 pounds, and I'm around 5'8". And I'm much better now. I'm around 125 now, I think, which is still below below average. Shall we order minerals? Yo, gonna lick up those salt. All that salt. Oh, for reference, 103 pounds is... 103 pounds is about 46.7 kilograms. Mofu, you're not You're not good today, Mofo. Yo, Olivia really went to my stream, and Mofu hugged Mofu, and I missed Mofu on my stream. I'm kidding, I don't care. I was just cosplaying as Nasty. Mofu already took a picture. You're down bad. You're selling Nasty facts. Well, Mofu, be prepared to miss Livia forever because I'm banning you, Mofu. I don't think it's good for me to hug. No, I'm not about hugging. I'm kidding. Me and Mofu, we're great together. You know, me and Mofu, we're great buddy, pal. Yeah. Don't worry. We real good together. I would never hurt Mofu. Never be violent to Mofu. Artemis? What? No more pushing. Oh my god, my voice is dying again. Okay, wait. I need to. Sure? That's right, Mofu. Aren't we? Aren't we great pals? Alright, bringing back fishing. Hope we're doing well, Artemis. Alright. Wait, I'll keep reading. I'll get started, Mofu. Oh, I'll read. That was how I silently and steadily built my own world. After obtaining a Akane, I invited 3 more girls to join the club. Sonoko Koga. There was no way a girl as logical and clever as Sonoko would just volunteer for executive committee if there wasn't some benefit. And sure enough, after doing some research, I found that she had hacked the Academy's computer from the laptop in my father's library and altered her grades and school ranking to obtain a recommendation letter without getting a top-ranked medical university. Oh my gosh, that's insane. Mofu, please don't do this to me. Blech. Diana DeSheva. I was suspicious. You find out her passport was issued right before her sister's accident. When I pressed Diana about it, she tearfully confessed that she had pushed her sister off the fortress so that she could go to Japan in her place. Yep. Then there was Milady Tani. Volunteering to be a conversation partner over the internet was just a laughable lie. She was... Oh my god. She was prostituting herself to an unknown number of men. I did not expect Sonoko Koga and Mirei's accounts, or the dirt on them. Diana, I expected. I'm gonna pet Pushin. I'm flicking Pushin. Bleh. I sleep with Pushin and my bread plushie. These young, beautiful, sinful girls, when they joined my club and my world became complex. My sidekicks moved and spoke on my demand and made my dream world a reality. My sinners feared and respected me, held their breath as they watched every move I made, and entered and exited stage precisely on cue. Accompanied by my fantastic sidekicks, I grew brighter and brighter with power and confidence. I was the star. Mr. Hojo and I had another hideaway besides the salon. To get to it, I had to go through the underground parking garage. To prevent accidents, the parking garage was closed. Wait, I need to do it like this. No, don't worry, I treat Bushin really well. I need pushing. To prevent accidents, the parking garage was close to the students. It was no place for high school girls without a driver's license like me. I couldn't go very often because of how risky it was. First, I had to go to building 2. I would pass the science lab and home economics classroom and make a turn in the hallway. There was a giant mirror that showed me my reflection when I got close enough to it. It wasn't just a regular mirror. It was a gift that Cammy received from English nuns after the war. It is etched with verse 12 from Corinthians 1, chapter 13. Sunbeam streams? Hey, hello Sunbeam. Hope you're doing well. Hello, hello. You should do those head pats. We're just reading The Dark Maidens tonight. I assume you stream because you have streams in your name. I never saw my raid before. It's been too long. Alright. We're reading a mystery novel, a murder mystery novel, and we're at the second to last chapter. We're gonna finish the book tonight. Most students feared its immense size, archaic design, and that mystical verse. But there's another reason why this mirror was special. I would open the glass box of the fire alarm on the wall. When I pulled the lever all the way down and pushed on the mirror, a small space opened up between the mirror and wall, just big enough for one person to step through. Okay, so Sonoko saw Diana doing this, I think, and called it voodoo magic, but I assume Diana also knew this mechanism for some reason. After I passed through the crawl space, I would press the mirror from behind to return to its original position. I am the only person at school who knows this trick. Behind the mirror, there's a wooden staircase that leads underground. When the school building was previously a convent, the staircase used to go from the underground storage room all the way to the 3rd floor. However, when the convent was rebuilt, the above ground portion of the staircase was replaced with the science lab. All that was left to it were the steps that led underground, but those began to deteriorate dramatically and were eventually blocked off to keep the students safe. The construction workers used this enormous mirror as a blockade instead of a wall. The workers installed the contraption because they thought they might have to take the mirror down again someday. I'll just clear my throat. What? My throat is down bad. Aside from me, they are the only other ones who know about it. I knew about the false wall because the reconstruction was done by one of my father's companies. Once in, I would cautiously close the door and tiptoe down the creaky staircase. The small door near the bottom of the staircase leads to the parking garage. The professor always parked next to the door. No one would see me when I slipped into the car. He would be waiting for me in the driver's seat. When I got in, he'd look at me with his heart in his eyes and give me a kiss, and then we'd drive off. This was our second hideout. We enjoyed a little drive and gazed at the night sky. To make sure no one would see us, we never left the car. If the salon was my homemade getaway, then his car was a clandestine place at its fingertips. It was wild and exciting for me. Our secret love blossomed the car and salon. I wanted it to last forever. I wanted us to have a future. When I was with him, I always wished for one. Perhaps all that wishing made it come true. Soon, a new life grew within... What? A new life grew within me. Is this true? The professor was shocked when I told him I was pregnant. It is, I said. What do we do? Guys, this is so down bad. It is horrible. There's only one thing we can do, he replied. He took it in a deep breath and smiled. We already know, right, Izumi? Let's get married. What? I'll go talk to your father. I mean, you're already graduating next year. I'm sure he'll give us his permission. My throat, I am dying. Really? Why? You don't like me? No, it's just too good to be true. You're silly. He held me tightly and kissed me tenderly on the lips. I can't wait. I can't believe we're going to have a family together, he murmured. My father's stubborn, you know. He'll never approve. A fellow lawyer professor like me? Well, yes, I answered honestly. At this, Mr. Hojo laughed, running his fingers through his hair. Then I'll just have to keep at it until I get his approval. Until the day you stop loving me, that is. Oh, that day will never come. Ah, aren't you young? But that's good. Your beauty is so pure because of that youth. That's what I love about you best. That's really creepy. He praised me with a carefree laugh. His ironic personality was what had drawn me to him in the first place. When should I visit your father? He continued. The sooner the better. Just as the professor was about to reach for his schedule, look, I stopped his hand with a kiss. Not yet. I think I should wait a little while. Oh? In 3 months. Let's wait till August. I'll be in my 3rd trimester, so it would be too late for an abortion. My father won't be able to do anything about it. Holy moly. So our plan was to lay low until August. We didn't do anything that would make us stand out. We didn't meet in his car. We stopped talking on the phone. We only communicated by text. Is it a boy or a girl? Mr. Ocean asked. I don't know. For some reason, I feel like it's a girl. I hope she looks like you. What should we name her? How about Lily? I want to be an innocent and happy as a flower. I want her to be innocent and happy as a flower. That's beautiful. What a lovely name. My body started to change. There was the never-ending, unbeatable nausea, the perpetual sluggishness, the migraines. In the salon, all I could do was rest on the sofa. Oh, this was the sickness that they mentioned, and that they called it a pneumonia. Even the smell of Akai's once mouth-watering sweets made me so nauseous, I'd vomit until my stomach was empty. Although I didn't feel very well, my skin had become smooth, and my hair and nails grew very quickly. My body was pale and gaunt, but even as I was throwing up and unable to eat, my eyes glistened brightly with the hormones coursing through my body. I was already Lily's mother. That was the happiest time of my life. My story was perfect, and yet, I never thought my sidekicks would be the ones to tear my world apart. Number 2. Itsumi. Someone called me. On the last day of exams, Sayuri and I were near the school gates when I heard someone say my name. It was my father. He was in Mr. Muno's car. Oh, father. I greeted him. What brings you to school? Get in the car. We're going home right now. My exam just finished. Sayuri and I were just going to get in. A sharp tone in his voice suddenly made me uneasy. Sayuri and I locked eyes for a moment, sensing my apprehension. She searched for something to say. Mr. Shiraishi, it's nice to see you, she greeted. May I join you both? No, today's not a good day. His curt reply exasperated my fears. Okay, I'll text you later, Sayuri, I told her. When we got home, my father brought me straight to his library. I was so flustered. I accidentally stepped on Mirei's shoes as we passed the front door. What's your relationship with Mr. Hojo? My father's sudden question was such a shock. My heart tightened as if I was about to burst. Father, what are you asking? As I said, to try to stay calm. My voice shook. How do you know about the professor? Are you two dating? He cut to the chase, pressing me to answer. His face was terrifying. His eyes were bloodshot. I would never, even when I denied his claims, the tension in his cheek did not subside. Someone must have secretly told him about me and the professor. Could it? Was it Sayuri? But next moment I realized how wrong I was to have doubted her. Still feel like playing dumb? My father grabbed pictures from the top of the bookshelf and flung them on the floor. Pictures of Mr. Hojo and I gazing at each other with the Balkan Mountains in the background, of us smiling at Rila Church, of us kissing the Rose Valley. Diana? How? When were they taken? Oh, it might have been... It might be Shio, because Shio always had a camera around her. I picked each of the pictures up from the floor. This is absolutely shameful. I didn't think you were so stupid, my father said coolly. Because these are the areas in Bulgaria, I think. But I love him, I stammered and lifted my face, looking directly at my father. This channel, Papushina has this girl figure. That's so cute. Psych. Moving Pusheen over here. Your words are worthless. Me too, Artemis. Anyways, I'm not letting you have that baby. I was startled. I must have misheard him. What did he just say? I'm kidding. My father suddenly took a folder from a library drawer and thrust it before me. I realized what it was. All the blood in my body froze. It was a copy of my ultrasound. My name and a date of the scan were printed on it, despite the fact that I purposefully gone to a hospital in the suburbs and hadn't given them my insurance card. You are not going to have that baby. Got it? He tore up the ultrasound. Shreds of black paper fluttered and fell to the floor. My beautiful baby. Still only a tiny sea angel. The life I meant to raise, to call Lily. Shoot. Was the Lily she hold next to her stomach during her death was not to represent, not to give a hint on who the killer was, but just to symbolize that her baby, which was named Lily, died with her on that day too. That is so sad. What the heck? This is because the accounts are just talking about how like the flower lily was like being used to like, you know, to like reference like one of the students as a killer, because you know Shields, the author of the book, the book's name is the scientific name of the lily, the species of the lily, and then the lily of the valley is also the national flower of Bulgaria. So they're just using that to link those together, but I think it might have nothing to do with the murder. It's just about her baby. Oh my god, that is so sad. And that's really good. What the heck? If that's actually was the intention. I felt like the ground was shaking and crumbling beneath my feet. No one was surprised to know my secrets. A secret I wanted to protect until the end. That damn professor. What's all this being in love crap about? Have you met with him? Yeah, I just fired him. I made him leave town. I told him that he'll never see you for the rest of his life. You're evil. Evil, you should be thankful that I let him live. Right. My father corners people. That's how I got to where he is today. If I made him any anger, he might actually kill the professor. I started crying hysterically, and he hit me across the face. I don't really remember anything like after that. I was taken to my father's hospital 1 week later. All I did was continue to cry in the hospital bed. I couldn't stop rubbing the empty spots where my baby had been. I didn't want to do anything. Everything was hollow and bare. After I was released, I finally began to think straight. What exactly had happened? The only members who could have secretly taken the photographs of me and Mr. Hojo in Bulgaria were either Shiel or Diana, or possibly both. The only one who had furtively told my father about it were those who had come to my home, which meant either Mireille or Sonoko or both. The only ones who knew about my pregnancy were either Akane, who had noticed a change in my eating habits, or Diana, who had noticed a change in my body, or both. The only ones who could get their hands on my ultrasound were either Sonoko, who helped out at the hospital, or Akane, who found my checkbook, or both. Holy heck, she's suspecting all of them. All of them collude with each other for it. In other words, everyone had betrayed me. I mean, to be fair, they all probably hated her because Itsumi roped or had dirt on all of them. My faithful sidekicks had suddenly thrust me in an ultimatum. They were telling me they wouldn't let me hold on to their secrets forever, that they were the ones in possession of my soul. Indeed, they had declared war. When I was released from the hospital and returned to school, I found out everyone had been told that I was in the hospital with chronic pneumonia, and that Mr. Ho tried to resign because his father had fallen terminally ill. No one knew the truth, except for the Literature Club members and me. Mr. Hojo's mobile phone and email weren't working, and all letters I sent were returned as undeliverable. I thought I would never see him again, and when I went back to school, Sayuri was the only one who greeted me kindly. I'm glad you're finally out of the hospital, Sayuri said, giving me a gentle hug. Sayuri, I missed you so much. You didn't even come to visit me. I went plenty of times, but your father turned me away. What? He realized that all my alibis were fake. He was really angry with me. Oh my gosh, Sayuri, I'm so sorry I bothered you with all this. It's okay, don't worry. Sayuri, I just want to die. Don't say things like that. The Bible says, thou must not kill. That includes yourself, you know. To hell with the Bible, I suddenly yelled. I'm never going to read it again. I'll never go near a church or cross for the rest of my life. I'm already damned for watching them murder my child. It's me. You can't think about the past, you've got to move forward. No, I have no reason to live. Yes, you do. You have every chance in the world to start over. Here, I have a get well present for you. So Yuri handed me a postcard that had a cute picture of a kitten on it. Ah, I signed the postcard loud, unwitting sigh. On the back were Mr. Hojo's new mobile phone number, email, and home address. I asked him for some information before he left. He has yours as well. Sayuri, I'm truly sorry about your baby, but you and Mr. Hojo could try again. Please try and stay positive. Now do whatever I can to help. If Sayuri hadn't been there for me, I wouldn't have been able to get back on my feet. The professor was my reason for living. I returned to sanity, happy to be alive again. But there's another thing that would make me happy. Revenge. Revenge on the 5 club members that betrayed me and murdered Lily. Okay, we're, I think, 11 more pages? We can probably finish in 30 minutes, maybe, hopefully, I don't know. Actually, no, there's no shot. I read like 9 pages in 50 minutes. Well, I guess I did take a break, so maybe it was like 40 minutes or 30 minutes, I don't know. Or, yeah, that's... Okay. I didn't think... Okay, I had no idea it would go like this. Holy moly. I didn't think it was gonna be a fair, didn't think that Lily represented the baby. Didn't think that she had dirt on all of them. On all his students. Didn't think all of them were guilty in a sense. What the heck? It's Among Us meeting, but everyone's an imposter. Yeah, the ending is really nice. It's really interesting. I enjoy it. I wonder if they colluded to like have them accuse all of each other so that Sayuri couldn't come to a conclusion of who the actual killer was, but then Sayuri actually knows who the killer was, which is probably herself. Alright, my revenge was calling all of you to the terrace and then jumping to my death. Holding the Lily of the Valley instead of a will in my hand. Okay. So this is in first person now. No, this was always in first person, I'm trolling. But this is like planning for the death, I think. You all must have panicked. You must never have imagined that Itsumi Shiraishi would take her own life. I'm sure you all looked hard for the meaning of the Lily and his puzzling suicide. Wait, so they all knew? Okay, yeah. If people realized that the flower represents my unborn daughter, so that was what they were going for, oh my god. They would also realize that all of you had duped me, and I would find out that your secrets, in other words, your sins, were what motivated your betrayal of me. I don't think anyone would know that. The Lily was my warning. I knew everyone would be tracking the other literature club members down after my death. Oh wait, that makes sense. Never mind, it does make sense. Because then, you know, they'll be investigated. I knew that you would all share your stories and try to come to one conclusion. I thought a homicide would be better than a suicide. I would make you think that one of you murdered me in cold blood, and that the Lily signified something different from what they actually did. You yourself spread the rumors that I was murdered by a member of the club, and now all of you are having doubts about one another. It's hard to single one person out, since everyone is suspicious. Oh, sorry, I hit the microphone. Oh, was it calling everyone to the terrace? But they wouldn't arrive at the same time, or they wouldn't know? When, who, and when? Or like kind of like hint at that everyone's hint at it to everyone, so that everyone will like know that someone was being called to a terrace, but and they would suspect them. With those predictions in mind, 1 week ago, I called the 5 of you to a terrace and jumped to my death before your very eyes. I was carried away on a stretcher, my body coated in blood, but I didn't die. I landed on the stone arch between the first and second floor and jumped down from there to the flower bed. I had piled soft mulch between the flowers instead of shockproof material, so as not to expose our scheme. As part of fake by germs all over. Wait, she's still alive? Wait. Are you telling me she probably faked her death so that she could elope with with the teacher? And also to get revenge too? What the heck? I was then taken to my father's hospital. I ended up spraying one of my wrists and had a few. Wait, it was the father's hospital also. I don't know if he can escape. Anyway, after I was treated, I snuck out of the hospital. I left a note saying that I ran off to live with Mr. Hojo. My father, who bears the shame of his daughter's elopement, has been secretly searching for me all week. The principal and my father are hiding the truth from the students. Oh, so that is what exactly happened. And so the rumors of my death went unchecked and spread like wildfire. Right after I jumped, Sayuri brought a white bouquet of flowers to school and left them on my desk, crying, which inevitably confirmed the rumors of my death. Dramatic delusions will always trump reality in an all-girls school. And with that, I have cornered all of you until this very day. You must have been so full of anguish and terror trying to decrypt the secret of the lilies. Thus, I had my revenge, and Mr. Hojo and I could live happily ever after. Yeah, they wouldn't know, because I don't think she ever told, or she wouldn't have ever told members that her baby was named Lily. I couldn't have planned or pulled off this perfect scheme by myself. Sayuri Sumikawa was incredibly helpful. She predicted everything, that my father probably wouldn't publicize my elopement, which would make the club members who believe I was dead identify a culprit to try to hide their secrets and formulate a strategy. My beautiful mentor, I deeply admired her. She took my unformed plans for revenge and made them realizable. Is the mentor Sayuri? I am writing this from our new home. Mr. Hojo and I live in a humble... It's not the end, by the way. This is the end of her account. There's still like a epic log kind of thing, or like everyone's reactions, I guess. A life. Humble life. It may not be a life of luxury, but we are happy. I should really thank you for your little ploy, in a way. We still have 10 more pages. If you hadn't betrayed me, I might still be hiding from people's eyes and be limited to those confining moments with Mr. Hojo. After I write this, I will sneak into the salon. I'll... Wait, she's there. She's here? Wait, she's here? I'll probably attend the meeting tonight and laugh in the dark as I listen to your stories. Oh no, she's here. Then you must not forget the finale. I'll be bringing an item of choice tonight. We will have a flower stew. Do you know the strong fragrance of the lilies? The stem and flower of the lily of the valley contain a very potent poison. Holy heck. Wait, they're not dying, are they? They are the cardiac glycosides. Convalotoxins, convalomarin, convalotoxins, but you would know all about this, wouldn't you, Dr. Sonoko? The devious sidekicks who try to overthrow the heroine must leave the stage. You must all have come here today to commit suicide together. Or you have all come here today to commit suicide together. Yes, that's why I had you write those stories. Your stories will become your wills. Oh my god, that's so dark. Stories where you mourn me, miss me, and reminisce about my life. You loved and adored me. You can't quite accept that I'm not here, and through writing them, you each gradually come to terms with my death. Reading them aloud tonight, you scatter your young lives. The salon will be the lovely casket that adds to the final touch to your deaths. This is the climax of my story. For such sensitive, self-conscious adolescent girls, this will be quite the sentimental ending. Goodbye, foolish sidekicks. You will never leave my story. It will be told long after you're gone. My Itsumi Shiraishi story. End. So, is there going to be one more plot twist at the end? If there is, I'm going to freak out. Alright. Number 8. Closing remarks. Speaker, Club President Sayuri Sumikawa. The readings are over, so everyone, how was it? Did you have a good time? The stew is just all gone too. We just finish off the rice gruel. Oh dear, what on earth is the matter? Why are you all so silent? I can't really tell because it's so dark, but are all of you trembling? I can hear the glasses clinking. What? You mean a story I just read? Yes, I most certainly did receive from Itsumi. It is her authentic work. That's right, Itsumi knew everything. She saw through your filthy scheme, your devious, foolish, thoughtless conspiracy. You stupid girls, you should have just accepted your roles as Itsumi's pets. You should have taken care of... She would have taken care of you if you had stayed quiet and submissive, you know. True, you were always afraid. She had a power to turn your lives upside down with a single word. If she'd spilled your secrets, your lives would be over. Which is why you have lived in fear all this time. But I suppose that's what you call a deal. And Itsumi had an excellent one. She had an irresistible charm and was a natural at manipulation. Yes, Itsumi was a natural femme fatale. She majestically wielded your secrets with unabashed determination to remain the center of attention. You should have made a show of your weakness. Pretended to rely on her, hid yourself in her bosom, and just stayed her little sidekicks. If you had done that, you would have been safe. Now, why are you all crying? What is so frightening? The Lily of the Valley, the pitch black salon, the mystery stew, yes. No one would raise any questions if the stew tasted or smelled funny, which is exactly why Itsumi made today her day of vengeance. Yes, that's right. I threw in the lilies. There's no use rushing through the door like that. It's been locked from the outside, and the windows too, of course, it's true. You cannot escape from Itsumi's revenge. This salon is the stage. You are the actors. Itsumi is the director. The actor can't leave the stage until the director calls curtain. You're beginning to sweat, your eyes are itchy, your stomach hurts, you can't stop shaking, you're nauseous. Well, you can't blame me. Yes, as Itsumi's story said, I am the mastermind of this plan. When I heard she wanted revenge, I carefully predicted everything that could happen and devised a detailed plan. I wanted to find a way to scare you while making Itsumi and Mr. Hojo happy at the same time. But weren't you the fools who started all this in the first place? Stop screaming. It's very unbecoming of you to scream like that when no one can hear you. I mean, we are the proud high school girls from St. Mary's Academy, are we not? Why don't you all sip on a cocktail that takes it and take it easy for a while? Take a good listen to what I have to say. Come on, calm down, think about why did I read Itsumi's story for her. Itsumi said she'd be here tonight, but she didn't show. Did she abandon her plans for revenge? No, that's not at all. Itsumi's a spiteful girl. She really did come to salon today. She had fistfuls of flowers to put in tonight's stew. After Itsumi and I finished preparing for tonight's meeting, she read me the story I have just finished reading to you while I had some tea. So she was the one reading. Oh, no, it was before in preparation. Her eyes gleamed and her voice trembled with delight. What do you think? Itsumi asked me at the end. That was the best, I answered truthfully. I thought her story was incredible. It was a stunning revenge encased in a flowery fragrance. Has vengeance ever been so ladylike? I was happy to help her. This plan was all thanks to you, Itsumi even went as far to say. Alluring, clever Itsumi. She manipulated everyone and anything she liked to satisfy her desire. She was cold-hearted, cruel, drastic, tenacious, powerful, and narcissistic. But that was her appeal. It was what made her exciting. She's been that way since elementary school. She was the polar opposite of me, and while I admired her for that, I made sure to never get too close to her. I was a frail little girl who people made fun of every time I was absent for being sick. On one occasion, I was out sick for a week, which was not unusual for me then, and I was dreading the ridicule I would face from the girls when I went back to school. But when I got back, all of my bullies had been expelled. The holy chalice that decorated the church, the sisters' rosaries, the students' valuables, and several other items had been stolen. They are all found in my bully's shoes, cubbies, and lockers. I was still in utter shock when Isui turned to me with a soft smile and lightly bowed her head. That was when I knew she had planned it all. I don't know why she did that for me. She had everything that I lacked, and I was smitten with her. I imagine she felt the same about me, too. We were completely inseparable. Then I decided to be her antithetical partner in crime. I was the phantom who lurked in the shadows, making sure my Christine became a star. I was the Watson who shone a light on Holmes' logic. I was the Melanie Hamilton who supported Scarlett O'Hara in secret. Scarlett O'Hara. That's what I'm calling with the wind, isn't it? That sounds very familiar. That's like a familiar name. These characters would do anything it took to see their partner shine. They were opposites, dependent on one another. Indeed, two who were always one. Their life had meaning because their partner shone bright. This is why I have made all of Itsumi's wishes come true. I risk my body and soul to protect my shining and radiant Itsumi. Itsumi's beauty smoldered over when she fell under that forbidden love of Mr. Hojo. Her exterior was cold and yet passion burned within. I felt proud and satisfied as I stood close and watched her develop an erotic luster from her fiery love. Hence why I might have been angrier than even Itsumi when I learned of her betrayal. I didn't interfere with her plans, I only thought of how to trap you. A mystery stew meeting with a fake death, secret elopement, and tragic revenge. I worked out all these details for her, all for my precious Itsumi. I did it to protect my creation, my Itsumi Shiraishi. My chest trembled with giddiness, thinking it would all happen tonight. After the meeting ends, I won't ever come back, Itsumi stated. Yes, I know. I'll miss you, but it's the only way, I replied. I like living in the country. You should come over sometime. Sounds good. From now on, I'll live watching only him. We'll have a beautiful baby. We will have a beautiful baby. Many beautiful babies, and I'll be the best mom I can be. That's my only dream. Itsumi laughed softly, and then the expression of an ordinary mother flashed across her face. It was only there for a moment, but I hadn't missed it. Itsumi sipped on her Earl Grey tea as she went on happily about her new future with Mr. Hojo, the calm life they would have together, and a simple ideal life. Her once hostile eyes had mellowed out, and the harsh mouth had become soft. I never thought Itsumi's expression could be so mundane. I was mortified. My efforts to ensure her success with Mr. Hojo had ironically robbed her of her irresistible allure. I had been trying to intensify the flames of her taboo love, but she had ended up finding stability instead. I panicked. I didn't put in all that work for Itsumi to become like this. I couldn't take it back. It was too late. I could stand there, looking dumbfounded as she cheerfully yammered on. But then a thought flowed through my mind. It echoed in my head almost as if someone had whispered to me. I would be a better lead than Itsumi. Oh god, was this the whisper of an angel, or was it a devil sent to tempt me? Regardless, I was entirely entranced by that thought. Please no. If Christina, Holmes, or Scott lost their splendor, then the Phantom, Watson, and Millennium would naturally step up to the lead and continue the story. The lead has switched from Itsumi to me. Sorry to burp. Yes, at that moment, the salon, Itsumi staged a revenge, changing the stage for a new main character, for an entirely new play. The lead changing was no small matter. The play required a new climax, for a new star to be born. The old needed to make a spectacular exit, and an audience is also necessary to witness the swap. I immediately started planning what I should do. Then, I had the idea to use Itsumi's little tool of revenge against her. That's right, I didn't put the little of valleys into tonight's stew. Well, no one's dying. I put them in Itsumi's Earl Grey tea. Okay, that's what I thought, but why? I hate it here. Everyone just sucks. Okay, Itsumi died. What the heck? If Itsumi disappeared, as she herself wrote, her family would simply believe that she ran off to elope. And Mr. Hojo wouldn't look for her because he would think that her family took her back. Itsumi left this world in her loveliest state. By my hand, she slowly collapsed under the bright chandelier and lay among the lilies that had fallen on the floor. A fantastically decadent aesthetic. You could say that Itsumi Shiraishi was my ultimate work of art. Holy, Sayuri is so... Oh my god, I hate everyone in this story. So everyone, please be aware that today is page 1 of Sayuri's Sumipawa story. I want all of you to add intrigue to my narrative. Okay, now, yeah, she's just replacing Itsumi, and now everyone's gonna be her sidekick. But be careful what you say, because now I am the one who holds your secrets, and what you have dined upon tonight, what I have given you as evidence of a new sin that can never be wiped clean. As Christ gives his old holy body and holy blood to his disciples and followers, he lives for all eternity. In the same way you have all become one with Itsumi, you will never forget her beauty for the rest of your life. I think it must have been your duty to betray her, since I could have never accomplished this without all of you. Already, you have become the house for Itsumi's beautiful, noble, proud, and pure soul. Well, I suppose it's time to turn on the chandelier. I'll bring on to the palate cleansing dessert I mentioned earlier. This morning, I baked the arms of Venus for all of you. Shio, will you cut these up for me? Oh gracious, why are you all shaking so much? You're all as pale as ghosts. Oh Akane, it looks like you took the watch from the pot. It's the same exclusive Chanel watch from last year. I so adored it and wore it every day. I'm glad that it's now yours. You know, I felt really comfortable being the lead. Let's raise a toast in my honor. This year's readings were spectacular. It's may no longer be with us, but we will make sure to make full use of the salon and library she left us. This will be our greatest greatest treatment to our memory. The storm outside hasn't lighted up in the least. Please watch your step while you make your way home. Thank you very much for participating. This year's meeting is now officially over. Well then, everyone, please take care. That was actually the end. I'm mad.